Pisces, hello. Welcome to Coffee, Sage, and Tarot. This is going to be your weekly reading for the week of April 28th through to May 4th. Please do keep in mind that these are general readings. So take what resonates, leave what does not, and reverse any energies as you see fit. Okay? Show me Pisces, please, for the week of April 28th through to May 4th. Show me Pisces, please, for the week of April 28th through to May 4th. Show me Pisces, please, for the week of April 28th through to May 4th. Thank you. Show me Pisces, please. Show me Pisces, please. Show me Pisces. Oh, thank you. All right, there's a lot here. There you are. All right. Okay. So overall, not bad. We'll start with you here. You were showing up kind of a little bit avoidant, right? So you're showing up to your reading, but like, I don't want to deal with this today, right? I don't want to deal with this week. So you're here and Knight of Wands kind of at your feet. This is giving me like you're feeling a little bit restless and you want to direct your energy elsewhere, okay? That's what I'm seeing for you, Pisces. Seven of Pentacles, the Fool. Yeah, it just feels like you're here, but you don't want to be here. You'd rather be investing your time somewhere else. Six of Wands, Queen of Pentacles on their side. Even these aren't looking at each other, right? So this idea of the Queen of Pentacles, she's all about trusting herself, right? Self-trust, embracing who she is, embracing all of the elements around her, being one with nature, and just really like she's the queen of acceptance, okay? She's sideways here. It feels like you haven't decided whether or not you trust yourself, and it feels like that's because you don't know if you're running from this, like, and by running I mean avoiding this and directing your energy elsewhere, or if you're going to stick it out here, okay? Six of Wands also on its side. So this feels like you know, some Leo energy here, but also like you haven't decided if you're gonna be victorious or not. So you don't know if you're trusting yourself because you haven't made the decision yet, and you don't know if you're gonna be victorious or if you should be kind of, you know, showboating a little bit. That's kind of what it feels like, because you're not doing the work, right? Or you're not doing this work or sticking around here, okay? There is this knowing with the Seven of Pentacles that there's something here that needs to be sorted, and the devil is showing up, right? And so I feel like this work, obviously with him showing up at the heart here, we're asking ourselves some tough questions this week, Pisces, and that's kind of why I'm feeling like you don't want to address this, you don't want to do this work, because it's hard, okay? But it's hard because it's a work that's necessary. It's a necessary confrontation. And it feels like you don't want to do this, but you found yourself here anyway, and all you want to do is kind of run from this, right? Direct your energy elsewhere. Ace of Cups showing up in your shadow. So again, this is your element here. This is a chance to reconnect to yourself, but also a chance for new emotion, new heart connection, and all of those beautiful emotions that the Ace of Cups brings, okay? This feels like an opportunity, and you're not sure if you're going to take it or not. And kind of to go a layer deeper, it feels like you're not sure or you're kind of questioning what that opportunity is. Is it an opportunity to sit with this devil here and kind of figure out, you know, how he's pushing you and how he's kind of motivating you? Or is the opportunity that this devil is coming up and you're going to run from that energy, right? Let's see if we can't get some clarification here. Show me Pisces, please. Let's get some clarification for Pisces for this week. Let's get some clarification for Pisces for this week, please. Sorry, I'm just looking for where the dog is. She's feeling very unsettled at the moment. Let's get some clarification for Pisces, please. All right. So that Four of Cups jumping out sideways, yeah, it feels like you haven't decided what you're going to do here. And this is actually interesting because I feel like for the Pisces that I read for, this devil has kind of been popping up, every other reading or every 2 or 3 readings since, the beginning of this year. So there it's kind of a long battle with you of finding the balance of, am I going to indulge or am I not? Am I going to do this thing that I know is not necessarily the right thing, but I want to do it anyway because I enjoy it? It's kind of this dance of the devil that you've kind of been doing, right? To see this Four of Pentacles on its side is interesting because this is not a typical reaction for you. You're kind of pausing in this, which is really nice to see because you're not letting that impulse kind of guide you. You're taking a minute to say, okay, well, should I do this or should I not? You're not allowing that full energy to take you away from this automatically. You're kind of sitting here saying, yeah, I don't want to be a part of this, or I don't like this. But you're not moving from it, right? You haven't decided that yet. You're not sticking one way or the other. Okay. 10 of Cups showing up in the reverse here. This kind of takes me into your mindset here that if you jump away, you won't be happy, right? And so it'll just kind of be, you'll be stuck in this same pattern of this devil coming up and you running away. And it feels like this to be the case. And again, that kind of dance that I've kind of been seeing you do this whole year, that's the vibe that I'm getting, right? If you jump away now, you won't, the cycle won't complete itself. And so that's kind of why you're like, oh, I really don't want to do this today. I don't want to deal with this week. But you're not automatically jumping off and letting this devil kind of win. You're saying, no, I've been down this road before. I know that this cycle won't end unless I do make some changes here. And it feels like that's what you're realizing. Okay. Up here, King of Pentacles, every single reading I do for you, Pisces, that King of Pentacles shows up. That's what you want, right? You want that success. You want that legacy. You want those riches around you in whatever manner that means, okay? I'm not saying you're going to be a billionaire or any of that, but there is some sort of motivator here in the physical landscape that drives you, and that feels like that's why you're doing this work, okay? That is something that is very much at the forefront of your brain. Ace of Wands, Hanged Man. This is nice. Okay, this is really, really lovely here. Ace of Wands, new energy or directing your energy in a new way with that Hanged Man there, new perspective, right? So what I'm kind of seeing here is nice, and it doesn't necessarily have to be that, oh, okay, I'm going to do this work and I'm going to do it this week. But it's more so, I'm not going to let this devil have power over me. I'm not going to let this devil lead when we dance. I'm going to lead him kind of deal, right? And so it's this idea that there is new perspective here. You're not just jumping from one to the other. You're not kind of like a leaf floating aimlessly in the wind here. You have direction. You are taking charge in a new and different way here. And you are guiding this energy. Okay. And so that feels really lovely here. In the shadow, we do have that 10 of Swords along with the Page of Cups and the King of Cups here. Yeah, I mean, it feels like you understand the assignment. And so again, it's not easy. I'm not saying it is. But you're here, you're sticking it out and you're doing it, right? Because you know where you want to be. You see, you have a vision of where you see yourself in your head, and that's where you're going. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else. Any final thoughts here for Pisces? Any final thoughts for Pisces, please? Thank you. All right, that 8 of Cups here, right? You're walking away from that energy. What I mean by that is that whatever kind of hesitation here, you're going to make up your mind, I'm not going to say quickly, but you're going to make up your mind in time. And there's certain aspects of this energy, right? Sticking, being stubborn, not trusting yourself, not knowing if you can do the work that you're going to be walking away from, right? Because you are sticking around, you are doing this, you are acting differently, you're thinking differently, you're moving differently, right? So that is going to spur change. Okay, because you are breaking certain habits, you are trying to end certain cycles as it relates to this devil. Okay, Queen of Cups showing up here. You know your boundaries, you know your limits, you know what you should be doing inherently, right? That intuition is there. That intuition is saying, I know where I want to go. I know what I want to be. I know what I want to do. And even if you don't have that crystal clear image, you know that fighting this devil and kind of doing this back and forth dance with whatever this component is has taken up a lot of time and a lot of energy and a lot of effort. And you're saying, at least you're recognizing that you don't want to do this, but part of growth and part of our journey is doing things and recognizing that we need to do things that we don't necessarily want to, right? So it's kind of like looking at something and saying, oh, I really want that cake for breakfast. Oh my God, like cake for breakfast is my favorite thing. I do it every Wednesday, maybe every Friday, maybe also every Saturday and Sunday. I just go to the bakery and I have a slice of cake and it is the best thing ever. Right? But, now you're kind of like, cake is really not the best thing for breakfast for days a week, right? And so you're kind of saying like, okay, I really want cake today. I had a rough day. I had a rough week. I really just want some cake. Like I just want some cake for breakfast. That's the only thing that's going to make me happy. Just give me some cake, right? And it's almost like you're kind of breaking that down and you're saying, you're not running to the bakery to get yourself some cake. You're kind of saying, okay, I know, Pisces, that I want some cake, but I also know that I'm trying this new thing where I'm not, going after every indulgence, and I really want the cake, but I'm going to sit here and I'm going to think about, is this really the right decision for me to have this cake? Because I really want to run and go get it, but running and going to get it, especially when I already had cake on Wednesday, it might not be the best thing. Like, can I wait until next Wednesday to have a piece of cake for breakfast? You know what I mean? It's like that kind of vibe that's happening here. And that's great. You're breaking it down. You're talking to yourself. You're communicating here. You're looking within your cup and seeing those boundaries and having that discipline, which is amazing, right? Judgment here. That's inner awakening, aligning yourself to your path. And yeah, that's exactly what this feels like. You're making new maneuvers. You're maneuvering differently. So it makes sense that, you're awakening to a higher vibration. You're leveling up, if you will. Okay. And this week, again, it feels like, yes, a little bit of a test. Yes, a little bit. It's, not the comfiest place to be in the world. But change is coming as a result of that. And it feels like, short-term pain for long-term gain. Okay. Pisces, that's what I have for you this week. I really hope that you appreciate this reading just as I appreciate you today and always. And I appreciate you taking the time to come here and learn about the week that you have coming up, okay? Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best. We'll see you next time. You take care.